What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? We are back with Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. This title is very long. Okay, so I have figured out how to do these, essentially do the multiplayer missions offline. You were seeing me, I'm pretty sure I was flipping back and forth between them, I think with triangle on the mission select screen. So essentially you can go to a private lobby, and if you're like me and have no friends and just want to play by yourself, you play with two bot characters. So there you go. That is how you do it. I believe it was Face for a Skull who told me in the last video, or maybe it was the one before, that I can do these missions solo without other people, and I can just, hop into them, which is actually a nice feature. I still think the fact that they added this multiplayer mode to this game is kind of dumb.
A swarm along a corridor toward the astropathic relay. We are inserting you near a bridge held by the Imperial Guard that intersects with its path. You will level the whole structure and crush that Xenos monstrosity in the collapse. Visual on drop zone. Setting down.
But yeah, I think overall it's kind of dumb that this game has a multiplayer mode, because I just don't think it needs it. I mean, damn cat playing with my microphone keeps changing my volume settings. But no, I think this game doesn't need a multiplayer, at least in the sense that it needs multiplayer like it has. I think if it was going to do multiplayer of any kind, it should have done more couch co-op. You play through the story and just really focus on that instead of throwing in a multiplayer mode, which I just don't think is necessary, like I said. Because I don't think it's going to keep people coming back and keep them playing. I don't think it's going to be some long, extended thing. I just do not get why you would put your time into a multiplayer mode. I'm not saying it's shit. I'm just saying it's very niche, and I don't think it would have any staying power. It's almost like I would have rather you put an extra couple hours into the story, do more with the characters, add more locations, maybe more enemies, or again, use the quote-unquote disk space for more narrative and story content. I mean, at least they also do something clever with kind of showing these other squads on these missions. I think that's cool too. How, specifically in this one, this is one of the two squads that Titus sent out Jesus Christ, I believe this one is in charge of killing the Hive Titan, and I can't remember what the other squad is doing, but, I believe from the last video, the setup was, oh geez, what's our next mission? We're going to go to another planet and do something with a downed ship and something. Yeah, I like the concept. I like how they justify this mechanic or the second game mode as just kind of a, hey, here's a PvE mode where you can play with other people and, you kind of get these other stories. But again, I just almost feel like would you just rather put me in the position of that squad and just made it a single-player experience with all the multiplayer nonsense. Yeah, I just feel like it's trying to justify itself, if that makes sense. Accidental grenade, well, not accidental grenade toss, but you know what I mean. But yeah, I don't. It feels like it's trying to justify its existence. It doesn't need to. Just be an awesome single-player, third-person shooter, and that was all I needed. yeah. Oh my god, my sinuses, man, they are gonna fucking kill me. Oh my god. At least I'm like, I'm going through just like some days I'm fine. You know, and then I go through days where I'm in a shitload of pain. Like yesterday, again, reason I didn't upload. I didn't put anything on YouTube or anything, so I know bad me. I should at least tell you guys when I'm being an asshole and not uploading. But I mean, I'm just, my sinuses are so blocked up. Again, I get so much pressure in my head. Feels like my teeth are about to pop out of my face. So like my jaw hurts. My fucking eyes hurt. Even if I don't have a headache, it's just so uncomfortable to talk. It is such a pain. I hate it. Oh. Whatever. Whatever. I'm back now. We're playing games and stuff. Even though I'm gonna make a concerted effort to try and get back into Dragon Age: The Veilguard later today. Oh my god, dudes, that I'm like, I know it's gonna get worse. Like up to the point that I have played, which is all you've seen on the channel. I have not recorded anything past that. It's just I'm like, you know what? Can I just leave it here? It's where it's kind of cringy, but it's not awful. But I know there's going to be some horrid shit coming up in that game, and I just do not want to. I just don't want that reality to just. I just don't want to live in that reality. You know, it's kind of like what there was DLC for Star Wars Outlaws that I just do not give a shit about. And I know somebody's going to ask, AJ, how come you stopped playing Star Wars Out? You know, you said you're discontinuing your Star Wars Outlaws LP, which I may bring back. Somebody essentially said just mainline the story. We might do that. I don't know. I have to find the interest to pull that game up, because again, that game to me, Veilguard, I think, is one of those that I think it's going to be so fun to make fun of. But because I wasn't getting all of the apparently horrendous visual bugs in Outlaws that apparently was plaguing the game, I don't know. I didn't really have too many of those. I mean, to me, I just think the game at best was boring, which is why I don't want to play it. I've got other stuff I'm more interested in playing. The game's just boring. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I haven't decided exactly what I'm doing with that series yet, but Veilguard, I know I want to play to completion, just because, oh my god, I have a feeling it is going to get super cringe, like a Jaguar car commercial. Hell, I can say any commercial at these. Has anybody seen the press tour? I know I'm not talking about the game, but I mean, there's not much going on. I mean, it's just pretty much just fight wave after wave of my own men until they reach their kill limit and shut down. I use that Zap Brannigan line far too often, and I love it. But no, what was I saying? But yeah, I mean, okay, come on, AJ, follow your train of thought. You poked wise at that stupid Jaguar commercial that didn't even show cars. That was super dumb. Oh, it's the press tour for the Wicked movie. I mean, I don't know. I wanted to give Gladiator 2 a shot, but the more and more I hear people talk about it, the more and more I think, oh, it's not even going to be fun. Like I can at least sit and turn my brain off fun. I've from what it sounds like, the movie's just awful. Even though I love J.K. Simmons, Red 1, I've heard is absolute dog shit. And that's not even because, oh, it's AJ, it's a kid's movie. No, my aunt took her grandkids I have to think what her relation to them is. Took her grandkids, and one of them fell asleep, and the other one hated the shit out of it. So, no.
No. Thank you.
And, again, I know, haha, AJ's a theater kid. Well, not really, I was a band kid, distinction without a difference, I suppose. But I liked Wicked. I saw it when it was playing in Chicago back when I was in high school. I like the musical. It's poppy. It is what it is. I mean, it's no Les Mis, it's no Miss Saigon, it's no, the more famous musicals. And no, I will not say Hamilton, because I don't think Hamilton. I think it's wildly overrated. Look, nothing against Lin-Manuel Miranda. I think he's good at what he does. I just don't think Hamilton was, oh my gosh, it's so amazing. No, it's okay. It's got some catchy tunes. But yeah, I enjoyed Wicked. Long story short. Or I guess short story long, whatever. I enjoyed the musical. But I refuse to go see the movie, mostly because I've heard the ads, and to me it just sounds auto-tuned to shit, which I don't hear a lot of people talking about. But just it's got that kind of like low electronic hum like behind everything. At least that, or the ad just did a really bad job of making it sound that way. This is clearly an objective that would be easier with teammates, because you can actually have your teammate. You can kind of coordinate with them better, or maybe everyone takes one of the bombs instead. I have to kind of run around and try not to get killed while placing the bombs, because the AI can't do it. But yeah, the movie sounds auto-tuned to shit, and I'm like, I just don't want to listen to it. It just goes into my own problem. It's like, I know, AJ likes K-pop. I kind of do. Some of the songs get earwormy and get stuck in my head. But my problem is with modern pop music, or really any music nowadays. Just what's real and what's not, and I just, if I'm going to see a live performance, I want to see a live performance. I don't, it's, oh, well, but no, they want to make it sound like the CD. I don't care. Then I'll just listen to the CD. I don't need to go to the show. Oh, but the show's part of the experience. I'm like, it's one of the best things about Michael Jackson. Dude went through the effort to make all of his music sound like you were listening to the album. He put in the work to make it that way. If you've ever seen his rehearsals during his tours, or during his last tour, it's really cool. Sorry, again, I'm something I'm passionate about. Music has been a big part of my life, and just it really frustrates me just how much it's like, oh, well, we can just make it always perfect, and we can just correct the pitch a little bit. Okay, but then you get electronic kind of artifact thing, I'll use that term, kind of underneath everything, so everything has this low hum. It just bugs the shit out of me. Sorry, rant. I started that rant, but that rant was not. I was going to make fun of the cringy interviews that Ariana Grande and I don't know the main actress. I'm pretty sure I haven't seen her in anything. Or at least it's not coming to mind. The only I didn't know was Ariana Grande was the other chick until like 30 minutes ago. And then when I saw just saw bits and pieces of an interview, it said this actress chick and Ariana Grande. I was like, oh, okay. So, but they're doing this interview, and they're sitting there and just like holding hands and crying, and I'm like, you're talking about your movie, and yet you sound like you just got released from a hostage situation. What the fuck is happening? It's really weird.
No telling what surprises await.
What? I've talked about everything but the game. No, it's just these missions, you know, I think the next video is going to be very similar, where it's just going to be, I'm just going to kind of talk about whatever the hell's on my mind. Just because we're knocking out, we're just knocking out these two missions before we move on to the next kind of bit in the narrative. See, I was thinking here that I could actually, like, change my loadout. No. It's essentially you can set loadouts at the, at the place on the battle barge, but you can't, so essentially it's like, okay, I want this loadout, or this loadout for this situation, or this loadout for this situation, blah, 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 blah. It's one of those situations, not I can freely change it mid-mission.
We've got a handle on these probing strikes, my lords. It's the relay that's getting hammered right now.
Our target is a hive tyrant. Once we kill it, the relay will be secure.
That's news. Without armor support to tackle a target that big, we may have to bring down the supply bridge.
Our plan requires it.
Is this a withdrawal order? Negative. The objective is the hive tyrant, not the bridge. Defend this position until the Tyranid command unit is executed. Understood, my lord. May the Emperor guide our lasguns to your support.
Incoming! Ready up, Eighth! Show the Emperor's angels what we are made of! They're making another push over the bridge!
More enemies on the bridge! Changing magazine.
They're stacking up! Get a frag in there!
They are forming.
The hive tyrant is on its way, but there is a horde of Xenos between you and it. Dig in for the long haul.
Brace for their charge.
There's more coming!
You have its attention. It is moving to intercept. Apply more pressure.
Rearming.
Guards over the wall!
If they move as one, so shall we. Exterminate. Resupply. Shock grenade. Ammunition cache.
Fall back! I will hold them!
Another Xenos bioform eliminated.
Bayonets! Keep your eyes peeled. The Xenos near the beast will be in visual range shortly.
No Tyranid survives this day. Fresh magazine in. Swap to close quarters war gear.
Confirmed, yes.
Talassa here. We got the hive tyrant.
It is not dead.
Our tactics were sound.
Our tactics were sound, we just dropped something heavy on it.
Connection to the hive mind, but their focus is still on the relay. Reports confirm the lieutenant's assessment. Enemy cohesion still in full effect. That beast is not yet dead.
Confirmed.
We can hold this position, Lord.
You know, I kind of felt at this moment that, you know, like this last stand sort of situation here, I thought that the mission would be over. Apparently not.
Gathering supplies.
I've had enough recap to kill an animal.
Be ready. I see it trying to dig itself out. Clear a blast radius! Engaging me. Stop the target from falling up first reserve. Rearming. Picking up extra rounds. Look at it flee!
Pursue and eliminate. We will not have a better opportunity to finish it off.
Changing magazine. Grab it up. Watch the ground. Disgusting tyrannid scum.
Yeah, again, I keep getting moments in this game where I was like, what? Why does this feel like Gears of War? I know, I keep saying it, but this one isn't about aesthetic, this one isn't about anything like that.
Magazine.
Damn it, was it the first game or the... I want to say it was Gears 2 is the game that I'm... Ah, man, it might be Gears 1. It's been so long since I've replayed the original trilogy. I've got to do that again sometime, because I love those games. Either way, but there's one where you go down into some sewers or something like that. I believe it's Baird and Cole. Yeah, Baird and Cole end up getting literally having to wade through human waste, and all that. It just, the vibe of seeing the big ass Tyranid, like Hive Boss, go across these, that just move across this and kind of just shamble around, just gives me that Gears of War vibe. You know, I
Stay close and sharp.
like, I would love to talk to the developers. I'm like, did you guys base anything here off of off of Gears of War? Because it feels like you did.
Vox signal negligible. Jamming, most likely. Do not worry. When the Hive Tyrant is dead, the Lieutenant will know. Releasing frag grenade. War gear acquired. It is going up that wall. Let us try to head it off. Changing magazine. Fresh munitions. No telling what surprises await.
Tertius class threats cornered. Fire at will.
Fresh magazine in. Scanning.
I don't know, man. I'm torn on whether or not boss fights should be in this game. Or let me rephrase this. It's not boss fights that I have a problem with. Because again, I keep... Let's go back to Gears of War. Gears of War had boss fights. You had some really great boss fights, specifically. So I'm sitting here thinking, what makes this different? I think what makes it different, it's the health bar. It's the health bar that I think frustrates me. It's what gives it that overly video gamey kind of feel to it.
Dispensing stairs.
I think without the health bar, I would have far less of an issue with the boss fights of this game.
Full specs prime. Resupply. If I fall, take the chapters due. Commencing Auspex scan. Melter bomb ready. Swapping magazine. War gear acquired. Fiber bundle.
I also feel that this should be removed. And if your question is what I mean by this should be removed, I just received a mortal wound, essentially. So if I get knocked down again, right there, I die. Game over, man. Game over. I feel like that shouldn't... Again, this is why I really don't think they should have done this in this sort of in online mode. I think these missions, I think they could have fleshed out these missions a little bit more, made them a little more interesting. They could have done something, and now it's just, now I have to just dodge and run, and I can't actually do damage because I have to avoid getting killed because I'm the only, you know, real-life player. Which I know, you know, ha ha ha, get good and all that stuff, but yeah, it's almost like, you know what, give me a little bit of a handicap for playing with the AI.
Meridian's demonstrating. Fox jammer eliminated. Excellent work, brother. Any contact with Talassa?
Talassa reporting. Xenos leader beast eliminated, Lieutenant.
Nice little reference to Lincoln there. But either way, guys, not much else to talk about other than the we still get the stats, which sadly I don't win in every category, but I win in most. Well, no, I think I win in 2 or 3. Ha ha ha, I know, I got beat by the bots. Leave me alone. Come on. I don't think there's an ending cutscene or anything. I think we just hop back into the battle barge. And most kills, most special kills, items found. I didn't win in melee or range damage or damage. Oh, okay. Well, no, I think I had the most damage taken. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It just makes me chuckle. It's like, yeah, great, the AI beat me. That made me feel better about myself. But either way, guys, this is where we're going to call it quits for today. Thank you so much for watching, as always. Social media in the description. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see y'all in the next one. Until then, I'm out.